Abzan enchantment. So we've played green-white enchantment aggro a bunch. We've played black-white enchantment aggro once. My conclusion between the two was that I definitely preferred green-white. This is an amalgamation of the two, which is playing some of the best things from both worlds. The downside to this build really is the mana. You'll notice we've got 6 different temples in here. Both temples or Fabled Passage, whichever direction you try and go in to fix your mana in a 3-color deck like this, you're really going to struggle with consistency in some of your games and speed. Like, even if you have your colors, there's going to be a lot of games where you just, like, can't cast your spells on time, on curve, even if you have your colors. So I'm interested to see how often having kind of clunky mana catches up with us here. I'm interested in having the power level of the range of cards that we have, but does the power level in some games make up for the fact that we're going to be playing off curve quite frequently in others is the question I'm interested in finding out, interested in answering. I keep going to use the armrest on my chair, forgetting that it's broken off. I don't have a left side armrest, chat. Alright, that sounds great. Good to go 1-drop, 2-drop with all of our colors. Any hand we have 2 different shocklands in will be pretty much good to go. Hey, Niv. Thanks for contributing to the Kids Fund. For the children of St. Jude. Meow. Yeah, it's still really wild to me that they limit formats on Arena as much as they do, and they have as many formats as they do on Magic Online. Alright, I think I want to prioritize getting more white mana here based on the context of her hand. Setessan Champion sounds wonderful. Might as well attack here because it gains me a life. Life total probably doesn't matter, but who knows. Maybe one day America won't need St. Jude's because the government will fund healthcare research. I mean, even if they don't fund research, like, St. Jude's also a great organization because they treat people regardless of their ability to pay. So, hopefully that's a thing. The government decides it's worth taking care of at some point. Yep. I think I'm just going to Oath their Teferi here rather than risk getting instant speed swept. And then next turn, hopefully we can stick Champion, play Sentinel's Eyes on it. Cacophony here sounds great. Huh. I don't really watch a lot of Magic at this time of day. Is the Magic section always this low about early evening like this when people are on? I just assumed there were a bunch of other people streaming, but we're actually at the top of the game category right now with only 1,200 people. Magat, thank you for the entire year of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. That's interesting. And it probably picks back up a little bit like when Durward gets on for his normal slot. Because Durward usually starts like an hour or two from now, right? How popular are mono red and blue white constructed leads in my experience? There's a lot of range. This format has a lot of different stuff going on. I think I just play Bronzehide here and hold up the activation. Champion's not particularly useful while Narset's in play. Yeah, it would be nice someday if the only thing that's noteworthy about St. Jude is the fact that they do awesome research and not the fact that they provide care for free as well, because free care isn't something that we need because everyone's covered. That's true. Yeah, like there's Europeans are just getting ready to sign off, and then people on the left coast aren't quite home yet, or maybe they're commuting about this time, and people work 8 to 4 or whatever. Makes a lot of sense on the timing thing. Nope, Jeffrey's just slowing things down, Cody. Hey. 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 Get vetoed. Hey. Maybe I'm not supposed to jam this here. I don't know. I was just really excited to draw a nice spell. I was so excited to draw my nice spell that I forgot it was never going to resolve. Isn't prison fun, chat? Don't you want to go play prison for fun? No one? Really? No one? Weird. Weird. Strange. Yes, the, what's it called? The Teamer Reclamation video from today is going to be late to post to YouTube. It might not get posted till tomorrow even. We'll see how late I end up staying up tonight. Because the Teamer Reclamation VOD, my internet disconnected, which means I had to restart OBS. So that VOD got cut into 2, so I got to do some video editing to splice it together. Are you talking about for the Grimoire stuff? Yeah, I have a couple of them. I have a couple of their larger boxes. I have one of their 800 card count, or 1,000 unsleeved, I think. And then their smaller one that holds about 300. I do not have any of their individual size deck boxes, though. Hoaglandia is quite absurd. So we're just like straight up exiling my Othakaya. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the fall. Not only will Historic be very unique by the fall, but these cards leaving Standard will be a true delight. It'll make the format markedly better. This build that we're playing in order to fit in all the different things it's doing, this build's not playing any evasive enchantments, is it? There's no flying, there's no trample, right? Which is something that's noteworthy from the other builds that we've played. Do chase cards simply go up or down in price immediately following rotation? It depends on if they see play in non-rotating formats. Usually everything dips a little bit, but if things are seeing play in non-rotating formats, they won't dip nearly as much. Yeah, the largest one, depending on how many cards that is, Edge Freak, the largest one I believe holds 800 cards sleeved. And the medium-sized one holds 300 cards sleeved, I believe. So I guess depending on how many cards are in Ascension, the medium-sized one might do too. I forget if that game has over 300 or not. What's the chase card? A highly sought-after card. Something people chase after. That's a good observation. If you're planning on picking up a card after rotation, other people are too, and its price won't drop. I think there's also something to be said. I think the overall demand for cards because of standard tends to be kind of low in paper these days. Like, I don't know that paper really has a huge standard following in a lot of places, so I don't know how much I would expect the price demand of cards to be dictated by how available they are in paper. Like, I think there's, like, a real possibility that the pricing you see now is, like, probably close to what it stays. Because, like, there aren't that many people playing standard in a lot of places. So they're getting back one of those planeswalkers next turn, unfortunately. Can we concede yet? I mean, if we conceded against blue-white, we'd skip a lot of matches in this format, so probably should play against them. Doesn't really matter what I attack here. I guess I send them at Narset. Yeah, you're right. We're probably close to 0% in this game. Single digit. Enough that sitting here playing against a bunch of prison cards sucks. Hey, Anaphylactic, thank you for the 15 months of support. That is a long time. I appreciate you keeping me around. Discard spells and Blessing sounds good. Gideon's a threat that doesn't die to their sweepers. Yeah, Despark doesn't really do much here. It tags Conqueror's Death, and that's not particularly useful. I kind of feel like I want to trim all that glitters, but I also like... Maybe I just get rid of Hateful Eidolon, trim some of these and some of this. Like, I'm not enchanting my creatures a ton in this matchup. Like, it's a little bit of a risk. I don't want to go down too many threats, though. I guess if I go down to 16 creatures, I have 3 of these, and these are kind of threats as well. All right, let's try it. Let's try this. Alright, we'll play Hateful Eidolon to start, but I think there's a good chance I save this Life's Bounty for, like, post-champion. I mean, I don't think, like, fast games are strictly bad. Like, I think aggro decks tend to generate reasonable gameplay with a lot of good decision points. But I agree, it definitely feels like we are in combo winter. Like, I don't think it's ironic or untruthful to call this current format combo winter. Thanks, Bib. I mean, we've only been up for like 10.5 hours. And like having real meals helps a lot. I think that's one of the things people fail to do when they're doing long events, like stopping and eating like an actual real amount of calories. Helps keep you a lot sharper than you otherwise would be. Yeah, that's fair. Most of the long games in this format are against a prison deck. Uptime's not accurate because my OBS... Today's not been a good day for technical stuff for the stream. My OBS crashed at one point today. And then my internet also dumped out at one point, so we had 2 disconnects. But I've been live since 8 a.m. Central this morning. Or a little before. It's uptime for reference, yeah. 2.5 hours was when my internet dumped and I had to reconnect. This weekend, I was head judging for the second time ever, and the real sandwich I had in the middle was amazing. Knocked my socks off how good it made the rest of the day. Yep. Yep. Grimoire deck box, they're at the very top of the sponsors page, Ed Freak. That's the one you're talking about. bit.ly/Googlebox. You also have exclamation point box in chat to get the link. Okay, I mean, like, this situation's not even that bad here, right? Ooh, that's good too. Alright, so I think we start with Sorin. Sorin's gonna put Setessan Champion into play here. If they want to tap out to deal with this again, I get to stick Calix. Gideon is revved up and ready to exile something. Wonder if we'll see Elspeth come down and try and conquer him. Narset, sure, that's not a big deal. This game seems to be pretty well in hand for us here. That's unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and exile Narset rather than attack her down, because I think they're probably going to play Conqueror's Death next turn, and I'd rather they not get her back. Yeah, Sorin's another really good example of a fine static text Planeswalker. Big agree. This is an excellent find here. Hey, Lens, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome. So we've got them squeezed a couple of different ways here now. They're being pressured by something that demands a sweeper. They're being pressured by things that can't be answered by a sweeper. As long as they don't go land planar cleansing, we're in a good spot. Yeah, I agree. If we're able to keep Narset out of play, I think we have a very reasonable matchup against these control decks. The problem is that a lot of our advantage cards get turned off by Narset, which makes it a lot more challenging. Yeah, Cleansing's not really a card these decks play, since they play Casket and Banishing Light, and even Conqueror's Death to a degree isn't very good with planar cleansing. I don't know how you'd fix Narset. You could probably fix Narset by making her have 4 loyalty. I think is the easy fix. Make them choose between making Narset dig through time and making her a prison card.
I will not let the threads of fate unravel any further.
Oh, all that glitters. All that glitters.
The stars will light our way.
Let's just keep going up. I guess if I down-ticked there and picked up Life's Bounty, I would have another enchantment. But I think I'd rather just get a 2/2 here. He gets to draw a card here. If they don't answer Sorin, Sorin just returns that to play, and then it makes another 2/2 at end of turn, so that's fine. Want to find a good shelf for him. If you haven't tried the black-white Calix deck on my website, I highly recommend it. I've also played green-white enchantments that plays him main or sideboard to reasonable success a lot of the time. That's unfortunate. Alright, I think I put this here because it can't be targeted by Conqueror's Death, which is great. Not going to play the Bronzehide Lion out because I would like to wait in case they have a sweeper. No reason to commit more to the board they already need to clear. Yes, this is not an enchantment creature to start, but it does return as an enchantment. So when it returns to play, you do draw a card, which is nice. Trigger your effects. You've about tripled their initial estimate. That's true. That's true. Their initial estimate was about $4,000. We've hit almost 3x that. I knew we could. I like great username, by the way. Bernie Sanders 46. Yaku, thanks for the generous tier 2 sub after the 17th month of that. Why is an owl here? Today is a charity stream for St. Jude. So that's what the little ticker on stream is. We smashed our donation goals, so we don't have any more donation goals to hit. But if you do donate at least $1, you're going to be entered in a number of giveaways that I'm going to pull winners for probably tomorrow, because today's been a long day. I've got some product stuff and gift cards for my various sponsors and some signed stuff that I'm going to send out, Hoaglandia tokens and playmats. You do not need to be present to win the raffles. I'm going to message people while I'm offline, in fact. So I'll message winners via Twitch direct message. Like 3 people donated a quarter of that total. Yes. Yes, so Q and not you did $12.50. They're the top individual donor. There was also a $1,000 donation, and then I think 2 $750s as well. That's like 30, like 4 people did a third of it. Hey, what's going on, dude? This hand seems reasonable. If we draw Temple Garden, the hand's pretty perfect. How do you donate? You can use this link right here to donate. Look at that. Swish, chat. Swish. Nothing but net. Oh, we did not get to red green aggro today. I bumped up Blue Devotion in front of it because Blue Devotion has 4 owls in it. Hey, Slayers, thanks for contributing. I appreciate it. Just gonna take Shatter here, huh? Do I take Shatter? Maybe I just take Glass Casket? I could kind of go either way here. Is it crazy to just take Glass Casket and, like, make them... Yeah, I think I'm going to take Glass Casket. And then, like, I play this next turn. And then, like, if we draw another green, I can play Bronzehide Lion and, like, hold up stuff eventually. Although I guess, like, I need 2 lands to hold up the activation on this. I don't know if I'm going to do more giveaway stuff, but if you want to purchase signed token, Dabs Unite, thank you for your generosity. If you want to purchase some tokens, if you don't win the giveaway for a nominal fee, I have a bunch of them. We got made up at one point. Christy and I were paying for a storefront at one point that was linked from the merch page on my website. But we didn't sell enough of them to make it make sense to pay for a storefront page to list them on. I think it was something like $35 a month to have the web storefront. It just didn't make sense for us. All right, so hey Ragnar, thanks for contributing. I think I'm gonna go champion into Eidolon here. If they want to sweep the board, that's fine. Or, like, waiting to think about, like, do they want to absorb this or do they just want to shatter next turn? Evening Rulk. think they have a counterspell and just concluded they'd rather shatter, which makes sense. Ooh, I think there was another one there I just missed. Whoa, had a couple of big ones there. Pluto was a planet, coming in hot with the $100 donation. And Captain Butt Stuff with 100 as well. Thanks, folks. Crushed the goal we set up to start. And that is a perfect draw, because it means that... Actually, I'm going to lead on this, because this means if they eventually kill this, I get to draw a card. It could be priority from Seordain, you're not wrong. I feel like they they moused over the card though. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into their game actions. It might be wrong to play this. I feel like playing this forces the issue on the Shatter, but I'm not actually certain that forcing the issue on the Shatter is ideal here. If they shatter, I get to draw a card because of Sentinel's Eyes. But it might have been right just leave my 6 power in play and force them to 1-for-1 a shatter with my 2/3. Could have been right. Could have also been right just wait a turn and eventually play out the Bronzehide Lion. Blessing's really good. Succeeding, got it. Good stuff. Alright, 1-0 to start it off. Glad we continued the first game when we did. It's really far behind, ended up putting 2 quick games post-board. What do you think of minusing on the glass casket there? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, that would have been better. I didn't think about that. Hey, Lucas Adder. Yeah, three of our goals today was extending the stream. Hey, Mikers, thanks for contributing. Manju, thanks for the brand new Prime Sport. There's a lot of great people that you can ship those Bezo bucks to every single month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending them my way this month and keeping me employed. Had a few new subs this evening. After you give it a little bit to populate, you can click on the Discord there and link up and pop into the subs Discord. Always good magic and non-magic stuff to chat about there. Does the donation work in the app? Get the spinning wheel of death. You probably need to click open in browser, Ralk. The embedded Android browser is kind of awkward a lot of the time. What about Ghostform here, I think. Lunch. Are you in Hawaii? Or somewhere out that way? I'm trying to think time zone for lunch. Must be Hawaii, right? They're -5 for me, I think, which would be about 1:30 there. New Zealand. Okay. I'm going to be honest and say I'm an ignorant American, and I don't think I can pick out New Zealand on a map. Been watching on YouTube for a while, only right to throw some Bezo extra roll. Thanks for dropping those off. I wouldn't be here, D&D out without folks like you. It's by Australia. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I remember hearing a story from the Australian brush fires that the smoke was impacting New Zealand, I think, if I recall correctly. So it makes sense that they're kind of close. Speaking of Captain Butt Stuff, thank you for your generosity here in Hoaglandia as well. I appreciate the tier 3. Welcome back. I think I'm bottoming that. I don't really need a second green, and I have a first green. Picking up the second Oath of Caius here is actually a pretty good draw. Yeah, that's really scary. Everything is fine. Pay no attention to the climate change behind the curtain. How will we feed our shareholders? It's like that the picture of that really depressing comic where like the guy's sitting around the campfire telling stories to kids, and he's like, and for a short amount of time we've made really good profits for our shareholders, and like they're just in this desolated wasteland. Yeah, I should have attacked. You're right. I made that play this turn. You're 100% correct that I definitely should have attacked the prior turn. It's like wasn't blocking. Definitely should have attacked. Man, I'm gonna play another Othic guy here, and we're just gonna get bodied by an Embercleave still, aren't we? Feels bad, man. Back in my day, casting 2 Lightning Helixes and playing a 1/1 lifelinker on one meant you were ahead against red aggro. Sure, life on Earth was nearly wiped out, but for a short, beautiful moment, we created a lot of value for our shareholders. Yeah, that's the one. This is casual 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, do they have a pump spell too? Oh, yeah. Infuriate me, daddy. Hey, it did come through, Ralk. And J Hockey, thank you as well. I think I missed that one. Sorry, I can't wear my head. I'm gonna blame the owl hat. I can't wear my headset with the owl hat on. And so I can't hear the ding. Yes, put attach Splinter Twin to my Pestermite. Oh, you died? Weird. Weird. I think this is actually too slow. I don't want to return things most times. This seems fine. Want my cheap removal. I want this to exile Torbrand and Embercleave. This is just a really good combat trick. I might want the third one of these. Oh, you know what? These Disfigure should be deadweight. Yeah, I forgot. The person that submitted this deck didn't originally have 1 mana removal on the board, and deadweight slipped my mind. You should always play deadweight when you have this card. No, it just slipped my mind when I was doing this. I was putting this together last night. I had to walk to our LGS 15 miles in the snow. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. You understand me. You know what's up. You know the struggle. Nah, deadweight's better. I know Myers Grasp looks appealing because it technically kills more things in their deck, but the way you lose this matchup is by not being efficient enough. So it's really, really critical to be able to match them in terms of resource efficiency. Yeah, like if this Disfigure was deadweight, I'd get to kill one of these and make a 2/2 this turn. It's just like very clean, straightforward example of this being a big deal here. It's like if this was the right card, I'd get a 2/2 this turn. God, I draw a card with this too. That's so embarrassing. So like deadweight draws a card when it kills something while Hateful Eidolon's in play too. Just super, super unfortunate. Mengucci said today that if you bring Disfigure against Mono Red, you're not winning the match. Is that you win with value rather than 1-for-1 removal. What? No. Big disagree. Maybe in a world where Mono Red's not a combo deck, that's true. But value is explicitly very bad. Value is explicitly very bad in this matchup where they combo kill you. Like, yeah, could not disagree with that statement more. That's perfect. That'll likely win us the game on the Hateful Eidolon here. Disfigure early often puts them a turn behind on getting Embercleave down, which can give you breathing room to have room to answer the Embercleave before it beats you. Yeah, no joke, Kyle. This blessing is about to savage them. Cleave it up. Get out of here. Yes, yeah, taking notes if you want some empirical evidence for like what was missed. I missed a 2/2 zombie and a card draw because Disfigure wasn't dead weight. And plus all the other things that snowballed after that as well. Yeah, that was dead weight. This game, like, they have a chance to win this game. They would be just stone cold over if that had been dead weight. I think I want all 3 of my blessings in post board here. Yeah, Tibalt's a good pickup. I can't fix it, Jensen. We're playing a constructed league, so we're locked in. That has nothing to do with fear. We're not playing constructed because I have a brain. I understand how the ladder system works. Wow, brutal. Enchantment? Okay. Because I'm snowballing. Do. Think I need to hold up Life's Bounty here. Yeah, ladder system is not great. So some systems that discourage me from playing Magic are not great. Nope, I'm doing fine, babe. I've got one more deck after this, so I'm probably gonna be live for another 2 hours or so. They're okay draws. Zeram, thanks for the 25 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Whoa! Okay, chat, I need to share with you. I just realized this. The ears on this change. Like, they don't just change colors, they change entirely. Look, he's got Bolas horns now. He's got little hooky things. And he's got 2 things on the side and 1 in the middle. Like, that's pretty great. Don't you try and kill my friend. Stop it. I like the Bolas owl. I've not taken a look at the Challenger decks at all, Luca. I don't. It doesn't really, that aspect of Magic doesn't really interest me. I'd never noticed that either. Like, I randomly click the owl all the time. Had not noticed that he morphs around. Alright, so just like any enchantment next turn, please. Well, I mean, I guess that lets me block here next turn, right? So we got that going for us. Any red spell means we don't kill it, though. Which is unfortunate. Woof. Wasn't it lethal if I swung? I have a 1/1, a 1/3, and a 4/6, and they're at 7. Why doesn't our opponent have a little dude? Because there are cosmetics that you don't get for free. Gotta spend for them. Okay, that bit of aggression could win us this. So... Wow, why didn't they shock this again in response? I'd have died, right? No, I'd have gone to 1. Where would I have ended up at? Would I have died? I think I would have died, right? No, I gained 3. No, I gained 3, chat. So I'd be at 1, right? Yeah, I'd be at 1. That's fine. That's fine. We'd have been at 1 even if they made the right play. They definitely should have shocked it in response, but we'd be at 1 because I gained 3 off of that. The thing didn't. What's it called? Didn't have trample. I think the way they could have killed me is, I don't know why they played the Ember Cleave, the second Ember Cleave. They should have just left Cleave on the Steamkin and like had the Steamkin bet a 5/5 and kill me. Like that's assuredly what should have happened. Yeah, letting me block is fine because they have Cleave. So like letting me block the Steamkin and then like shock, I go to protect, shock again. What do I want to get rid of here? Yeah, Cleave gives trample. It's Teamer Battle Rage. Teamer Battle Rage plus. It's so much better than Teamer Battle Rage. I think we were dead to Steamkin plus 2 shocks and they just got cute. So, Hateful Eidolon this turn, tap Temple Garden, Life's Bounty next turn. I guess if they leave Hateful Eidolon alone, maybe I shock and like all that glitters attack for 3. I assume this Hateful Eidolon's dying though. Yeah, okay, we take 2, we go to 16. Do I shock to play that? I think the answer is yes. God bless not playing around Goblin Chain Whirler, huh? That's a good call. Maybe they forgot Embercleave was lethal or legendary, but they would have had to pick one for legendary before they targeted the other thing, right? So they would have known when they were targeting with Cleave. Fervent Champion is so busted when you draw 2 of them. Huh? I think I gotta just Oath the Kaya, right? It's like Oath your champion, attack you for 1, go to 14. Seems reasonable. Yes, Chain Whirler and Torbrand are the real deal together. Frenzy, well that's terrifying. Alright, and then we just like cross our fingers here and hope this can snowball as much as this does. I think I bottomed this. So the problem with double blocking the Lizard is their deck plays Infuriate. So I chose to gain 1 less life to potentially not get blown out by Infuriate. Hey, thanks for the 31 months, Judgeinator. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Oh, do 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 do, be do 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 do. Oh no! All right, so we need another enchantment this turn. We need another enchantment this turn. Maybe I should have assumed Cleave was on top of their deck because they didn't play anything. Maybe I should have assumed. God bless America. What an incredibly frustrating game of Magic. We were so close, chat. We were so close. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I guess we attack for 4, and then we jump block for 4. And then we probably die the following turn, but that's what it is. This is our bed. We're gonna lie down in it. Gosh. Was leaving the Frenzy in play the right line? Maybe it was. All that glitters. All that glitters. This means we're dead next turn regardless, right? Because they can just cleave someone else. Yeah, we're just dead to first strike damage. They just put this second Ember Cleave on whoever we don't block and then first strike us down. Rough. So close and yet so far away. Needed a spell 1 turn sooner, huh? Could have maybe I'm supposed to just leave the Frenzy. Like, the fact that they just didn't do anything with the Frenzy and, like, didn't play a land kind of lets us infer that there's an expensive spell on top of their deck, like another Frenzy or a Cleave. So perhaps my use of the Despark based on what happened their previous turn was incorrect. Good, I could see that being the case. Got a bottom 3 cards here. This is where the magic happens, chat. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sure. Why not? What kind of basic plains deck are you, opponent? Are you mono white? Are you blue white control missing a color? Are you a brew? What rank am I resting at? I haven't hit a resting rank yet. I need to drop a deck or two that I think is good into the queue for later this week and try and ladder up with it. I mean, it'll be something off the website. We're not gonna just play like blue-white controller, Team Wreck, or anything like that. I might try and smash Red-Black Titan some more. I like that build the last couple times we played it. And if I qualify for the MCQ this month, that's probably towards the top of the list of decks I'd like to play. Green-White Enchantments is another one. Green-White Enchantments actually probably a really good one to jam just because it's aggressive. What about Team Adventurers? I really don't care for that archetype, personally. I like decks that are a little more aggressive than that. We played Green-Black Adventures this morning as the first standard deck. That's probably one of the decks of the day. And I think, that could be a deck I could see revisiting. Aggressive decks that draw cards. Aggressive decks that draw cards are ones I like. Yeah, the build we played today, I think, was a couple cards different in the sideboard from the website, and that's it. The main deck was identical. 290? Yeah, 290 is probably pretty close to good. There's only 5 days left. I guess it really is bugged. I guess it really is bugged. Well, shoot. What feels better than mulliganing to 4? Losing to an arena bug after mulliganing to 4? Did anybody have their money on that? Yo, the classic mull to 4 get arena bugged. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Kaya's Ghostform doesn't return your creature to play when it's exiled. Hey, thanks to whoever just contributed to the campaign. Alan Dell, my girlfriend's son is a St. Jude patient. Thank you. Hey, I'm glad to hear that he's better now. And thanks for your contribution. Thanks for paying it forward. SJ, thanks for the half a year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, seems fine. Hey, WAP. Thank you for the 7 months. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Good evening. I'm gonna bottom that. I think I'm looking for some actual enchantments to power my dorks up here. This is my 3/3. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Life's Bounty's a touch awkward against a white deck, because if we go to protect something from white removal, our white enchantments fall off of it. Because one of the many hidden lines of things in protection from colors is it makes enchantments fall off of the color you're getting protection from. Nothing, Geoff. The donation software that we're using, like, automatically re-adds donation goals every time it meets one of them. And we stopped having incentives at 10,000. I ran out of, I only had planned up to 5,000, then we came up with a couple extras, and then tapped out chat. Underestimated Twitch chat. Never underestimate Twitch chat. What was that for the 5K? We added the owl costume that you currently see in front of you. And then we added a third deck. We added the blue devotion deck we bumped up because it's got a bunch of owls in it. It's got 4 devotion owls. Remember, if you're someone new just dropping in, even though there aren't new donation incentives, if you haven't contributed to the charity stream today, if you donate at least $1, you'll be entered in the giveaways that I'm going to be pulling for tomorrow. Yeah, the St. Jude's always my go-to charity. When I won the Twitch Rivals tournament last year, I donated $1,500 of the $5,000 I won from that to St. Jude, which, for those of you that don't understand how taxes work in the US, that means about half the money I actually made from that tournament I donated. Because you have to pay taxes on all 5,000 of it. I'm going to teach you a very important decision, Bog Stomper. Christy is the only one that makes decisions about Christy's body, not me. That's not mine to offer. Is donation not a tax write-off in the US? For normal people, donations to charitable organizations are not tax write-offs. So there's what's called a standard deduction in the United States, and generally speaking, you need to be donating really, really large amounts of money, like $1,500 in a year doesn't qualify to have it worth it to itemize your charitable donations to write off, as opposed to taking the standard deduction. Right, to understand how messed up our system is and how much people need to vote for Bernie Sanders, yes, and people who need to vote for Bernie Sanders and people like him to fix it, writing off charitable donations only exists in the United States effectively as a loophole for the wealthy to avoid paying taxes. That's in the entirety why and how it exists. For people that aren't familiar with that. I have a personal connection to St. Jude just for the cause of my choice. I am consider myself very fortunate to have never needed St. Jude's services personally. For myself or family members. St. Jude just represents what I want for everyone in the United States, which is healthcare for people without worrying about the cost, in addition to all of the excellent research that they do. So the problem with playing Sorin for lifelink is then I can't hold up the indestructible animation activation. So I think it's better to attack first. Maybe I'm just supposed to attack, play it, attack, I block, I Karametra's Blessing and gain 6. Maybe that's more correct. I think it's really silly that people have to sign up to be organ donors. I feel like that kind of thing should be opt-out rather than opt-in. I don't know. I'm sure someone's going to give me a bunch of good reasons why it shouldn't be that way now, but it seems silly to me that it's opt-in instead of opt-out. Yeah, I probably should have just gotten my 6th life last turn. Ooh, that's a really good one. Now, the problem here is they get to block this and then sack it. So I need to attack with everything because I need to lifelink, because otherwise I'm dead in the air. Well, yeah, doctors should verify medical history, Top 10 Hammer. I'm not saying you just give people organs without verifying medical history. Yeah, you like that? That's obviously like, I'm not saying you like skip doctors' opinions. So they're gonna sack this to protect something miscellaneous, because sacking this prevents me from gaining 7 life here, which is a big deal. I'm gonna go to 10 here, so I think this is fine. I'm just gonna pass and just keep this up for now. Right, DMS? If I was running for political office, that would be the clip that they'd play on Fox News, right? They'd clip the conversation we just had and show it with that headline. I mean, you just put it on their driver's license, right, Draco? That's what we do now with opt-in, right? Your driver's license says you're a donor. So you just have the driver's license say they're not a donor. If we get to connect with Hateful Eidolon next turn, we'll be in a very good spot, because they just won't be able to race us. The All That Glitters here was a great pickup. If they double block here, we get to blow them out with this blessing, which would be great. Correct, Seaman. Lots of fun as always. Man who thinks he's an owl wants to give you poisoned organs. I'm going to donate $2 for every owl that enters the battlefield during your mono blue devotion run. That's very generous. I think we just like pass here, right? Gain 6. Time me up, go to 11. Yeah, I feel like that's the turning point for us here. Perfect. All That Glitters is the best Theros card that wasn't in Theros. Yep. It's a good way to put it. What is in their hand? I don't know. That's kind of a good question. Wonder if they're just like sandbagging a bunch of lands. So this makes both of these 6/7s. Rawr. And like, remember, Lion can be indestructible, so it's just attacking endlessly. That's what someone responded to my cost of daycare tweet on Twitter, asking how people afford to live in the United States. And the answer is just like, they choose poverty, they have privilege, or they're very lucky. It basically has to be one of the 3. Yes, lots of them don't. Correct. I mean, most people don't get to choose at all. Otherwise, everybody chooses privilege in that case, right? I think the best thing to play in best of one right now, I have no idea. I don't play Magic as a best of one game. You wouldn't say that people choose poverty. You can't be a Republican then, right? That's what Republicans think everybody in poverty chooses it, right? Metafuzz, thanks for the $10. I appreciate it. Welcome back. They're just not yanking on those bootstraps hard enough. That's right. Kirsty and I had always talked about whether or not we wanted to have more than just the two boys, and like part of the factor was definitely like when the new child starts daycare after Christy's 16 weeks of maternity leave, Declan will have started kindergarten. So we'll drop off one daycare expense, then pick up another. How long did it take us to get to the owl costume? We've been in the owl costume for most of the day. Perfect Upton Hammer. You love to hear it. Yeah, not most people can't start as young as we did. We're pretty fortunate in that respect too. They're so loyal, chat. They're so loyal. And by that I mean Othakaya kill one. Socialist public kindergarten. How come you aren't putting them in a fantastic charter school? Yeah, I did the stay-at-home dad life for a little bit. It's actually what streaming turned into because I was streaming off and on. This was like a diaper changing stream at one point. It was like playing games while the kids were sleeping in the background, or like watching TV or playing with their toys here and there. Next turn. I guess both of these are enchantment creatures. Is this fine? It's probably fine. Next turn we go tapped land, Oath Your Pegasus, hold up Blessing, make a 2/2. How do you, just to refresh my memory on the jargon, what is the technical difference between a charter school and a generic private school? How do they, what's the distinction there? I don't think I know that distinction offhand. Charter schools get public funding. Uh-oh. Yep. Okay, got it. Things that shouldn't be okay. Good stuff. That O said everything. It's just one of those, like, yep, of course that's the thing in America. Yeah, like anything, I'm sure there's some amount of charter schools that are super reasonable. Alright, let's do this while leaving black mana up here so I can shock this in and play another Cacophony here. So they can trade off some friendos here. Cacophony is legendary. So if they want to block with Loyal Pegasus, they have to chump block with Life's Bounty because this can't attack or block alone. Yeah, I feel like that sounds like something John Oliver would do. So I waited to play my land till post-combat there because I wanted to see how things ended up. This lived, so there's really no reason to play this out. I think that's a little bit too aggressive. So just like plus Sorin, play a tapped land and pass. I wonder if it's possible I'm supposed to just be aggressive here and jam this, just like have the zombie to close the game out here. I don't know enough about it, but he doesn't seem like he's trying to do harm at this point in his life. I don't know. Anytime someone brings up billionaire philanthropy, I'd always like to remind people that you should check the tracked net worth of any billionaire and see that even the ones that look like they're very philanthropic, they're still turning a profit year after year for the most part. So I would question the amount of good and motives of any billionaire that's still turning a profit through all of their philanthropy year in and year out. This is probably fine. I don't know. So, like, it doesn't have black mana in it, but we also don't have any black cards in it, so maybe it's fine. If we draw a bunch of black cards without black mana, though, we could easily get caught with our hand in the cookie jar. Make it sound like those things have to be mutually exclusive. I kind of think they do. I think if you're really doing good and not just generating PR or creating companies that ultimately are turning you more profits even though they're non-profit organizations and expanding your wealth, you're probably giving away more than you're profiting year in and year out. Man, this card is super awkward against Brazen Borrower here, huh? I don't really have any plays here other than just like equip my stuff and hope for the best. Blow me out, daddy. Sweet. We get to dome them for 6 here. That's exciting. Just drawing 2. Crunch. I don't know. any glimmer of respect I could have had. Like, Bill Gates often gets touted as like one of the responsible billionaires that like does a lot of good with what he has, and anyone taking that position, I kind of lost faith that that could be a real thing when I heard him talk about the wealth plans with Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, just like him purposefully pushing the FUD nonsense is. Just like he doesn't actually care. He just wants to protect his money and his assets. Which, I mean, to be fair, is how he became a billionaire, focusing on protecting his money and his assets. FUD. FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Despark sounds great. Remorse sounds great. Gideon is fine. These are fine. Othakai is bad. All That Glitters is bad. Sentinel's Eyes is probably okay. Should Zek be playing Paradise Druid? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that I'm really sold on this deck over just playing green-white enchantments. I feel like a lot of what's going on here just like isn't meaningfully better or different. Let's try this. Hey, thanks for the 16 months in ya. Yeah, this is fine. Bottom that. I think we just go second tapped land 1-drop so I can Gideon on 3 here. This is also a temple, but it's an untapped temple at least. And then 4th land is perfect. I get to go Gideon next turn plus Champion, Life's Bounty, draw a card immediately on 4. Cautiousness and doubt are not a bad thing, except when they're intentionally put forward along with fear and uncertainty. When that doubt only stems from fear and uncertainty and not logic and reasoning, it's not useful. Almost assuredly, Wargy. It was too slow for standard. It's weaponized doubt. That's a good way to put it. I like that phrasing. It's weaponized doubt. I got a Brazen Borrower here. The question is, after they borrow me, I think I'm just supposed to champion Life's Bounty. The problem is if they untap and go like Red Source Storm's Wrath, I feel real bad. Yeah. Rough. Really wanted to draw an untapped land there so I could go Gideon plus Cacophony and then like have 8 power. So it feels bad to swing and miss there. If we draw a land next turn, we can go Champion into Caco. Am I surprised by Mono White's performance at the Open this weekend? I don't know what deck you're referring to. I haven't watched a lot of Magic coverage. Saturday was the Pinewood Derby for the kids, and then we had friends over to play games. What did I do on Sunday? I felt like I did a bunch of stuff on Sunday. That was yesterday, and now I don't remember what I was doing. It's been okay, Geodude. I'm not convinced that... I feel like the black cards are just unnecessary, and I'd rather just play green-white enchantments. Okay, the combo deck. No, not surprised at all. I've been talking about how that's one of the 3 best combo decks in the format for a while now. Heliod combo, Inverter, Breach. Those are the big 3 combo decks I've been talking about for a while. Okie doke. Breach had a poor showing. Sure. And I'm sure because Breach had one bad weekend because people put a bunch of graveyard hate in their sideboard. There were a bunch of idiot pundits online who were like, Breach is fine. The gameplay patterns this produces is fun and interesting. You shouldn't ban anything. The format's perfect. Gameplay that devolves around, did I draw my sideboard card and did they draw their anti-sideboard card is tried and true. It's how Magic should work. Best owl pundit voice. I try. Chat, my bad pundit voice got me worked up and I had to tweet angry things about. I had to tweet angry things about the ban list.
Darkness be gone. I will have revenge for House Markov.
Go retweet this one. Go retweet that one. Help me out. You know you want to. Obs should have played the Temple first. It's very incorrect to play the Temple first, so I could draw a 2-drop and want to cast it, and then I'd play an untapped land. It feels bad in this exact situation, but I think it's definitely right to play the Temple second. Let's read. I have 7 mana here at least, so I can champion and Gideon here, which is nice. What triggered that tweet? We were just talking about the results from this weekend. And I was making fun of people who defend silly combo decks. It made me realize that I'm real annoyed. It's going good, Drex. I had a couple of teas that we got over. God bless America, my country. 'Tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Bum, 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 bum. The penalty dollars you're accruing come from the donations on the stream. No, not at all. Am I dead? This is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, not dead on board. I got that going for me. Oh, there aren't any enchantments in there to exile either. The good news is, chat, the good news is they're out of expansion explosions. Oh, I do have an enchantment from that. Sick. Has there been a lot of jockeying for the top spot? No, not really. The people jumping the top spot kept doing it by a couple hundred, so there wasn't really much nickel and diming. Q and not use had it. I'd be surprised if they get jumped. Yeah, I think we're done here, huh? You're wearing an owl? Yeah, for like the last 7 hours or so. Hey, the Sepham. Thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hooglandia. If you're having a wonderful day. Oh, you checked at 9 a.m. and then now. Yep. And wasn't quite on that early. It wasn't originally on the list of goals, but like Hooglandia like crushed all of the goals I had. And I just happened to have an owl costume in my closet, so. Yeah, we're super dead. Yeah, this build felt lackluster to me. It's mostly that I feel like these black splash builds, this build and like the white black build, I feel like they're asking themselves the question if they can, whether or not, instead of asking themselves the question if they should. Do I have green white? I don't have my green white enchantments. Oh, there it is. There's green white enchantments. I think I like this build the most for green white enchantments. Just pretty aggressive, low to the ground. Angelic Gift and Champion and Training give you evasive threats. Seasons of Growth gives you extra card draw that you need. Paradise Druid is hilarious to suit up with Sentinel Eyes. Again, like, you're asking about Banter Naya. Don't ask if we can play these colors. Ask if we should play these colors. Look at this deck and say, okay, what problem does this deck have that gets solved by splashing a color? And I can't think of any. Like, we played this deck a handful of times, and I don't think there's a problem that I can look at and go, okay, splashing a color fixes that. All right, at any rate, I'm gonna hit a quick ad roll while we get set up for this next one. When we get back, we are gonna play our 4X'd Arcanist Owl deck here with my owl costume on to wrap up today's long stream. Shout out to everyone who's donated to the charity event for St. Jude so far. Remember, if you haven't done so already, you'll want to do so before we finish today to get entered in the giveaways that I'm going to be pulling for tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out today, folks. Back in just a few with this last deck.